This is Five and Friends. Five friends, five perspectives, all five. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode, everyone. My name is Zan. Don't ask why, just put an I. And with me this week are Sammy, Samra,
Hey.
Amina,
Hello.
Maz,
Hey.
and Kwasim.
Hey.
Kwasim. Can we call
Or Qasim. Qasim.
We're going back to the first episode here.
Quasm.
Yeah, we are going back to that first episode.
So, guys, this is a early episode for us. We usually record on Wednesdays, but dating ourselves, this is going to be on a Monday.
Well, it's because of this wedding week that we're having to go to and all that stuff. So, should be fun.
Right. We have a wedding this upcoming weekend. Exciting things. We have an entire week of, things we need to do and prep for it. So we had to just get right into another recording before. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to record for you. Or we would have had to do it at the wedding. And we all decided that would be kind of snotty. So...
Yeah,
and we couldn't miss the third episode about Bollywood too. Like we have to finish this episode.
Abso-Bollywood.
Absolutely.
Abso-Bollywood. That was cute.
That's going to be the title right there.
Abso-Bollywood. We'll see. We might have some
Samra's been doing the titles lately. The second episode was hers.
That's true.
Yep. Guys,
Creators.
we have been... Well,
Yeah, no.
Creative Summer.
I'm trying, hot doggy and all.
Hot dog.
Samra's one-liners.
Yeah, no, I know that you guys have been doing dance practicing for the past day or so, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Practicing
have.
your dance moves, which is
We've
awesome,
been-
which is good.
Yeah,
I've been hot and bothered by it.
hot and bothered. Oh my.
Literally hot. It's so hot that like when we dance, like I feel like the sweat is sticking to my body. It's disgusting.
Let's just say we're dancing in Karachi with no power.
Oh my. Well, that's most.
That's called determination, Amna.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Absolutely.
100%, man. That's how you gotta
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
So, not
We've
to
been
change.
killing it.
Yeah, literally been killing it. But not to change the subject or anything like that. Has anyone... I'm not doing any spoilers. We're not going to do a spoiler, but anyone see Game of Thrones yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, we're not
course.
going
No, I
to be...
didn't.
So basically, what happened was
What happened was Harry Potter came and Gandalf said, "You shall not pass."
and then Hilary Duff showed out of nowhere, and she was like, I don't know, like she was the next
right.
queen of the thrones.
Maz, it's
Okay,
done.
that's enough.
You killed it.
Yes,
So-
that
and
completely...
then you
Well, I
stepped on it.
haven't seen it yet. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to watch it tonight, and I'm trying my best not to see anything online about it. But
I already saw
problem
one
is-
thing online about it, and I haven't seen it yet either. But it wasn't like a spoiler. I was like, oh, he's in here, type thing. But I don't know. I'm not gonna say it.
I know
we're
who
not
you're
gonna talk
talking
We're not gonna
about.
talk about it.
Yeah, we're not going
Okay.
to talk about it, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, we're gonna stop it there.
I gotta
I
say
was
though
kind of
that
just
I do gotta say though the episode was pretty bomb. It got me pumped for the rest of the season. Let's just say
Yeah,
that.
but you are always like, you will never say one episode will be bad.
that's true.
No, there's been a couple of bad episodes. Well, bad considering that they're not as great as the other ones. There's been a lot
Some of season 2's episodes were kind of not that
forgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like, I think it was like a 7 out of 10. Like
It was a solid
beginning-
opener.
The beginning, yeah, it was good. Yeah, good, fine, good.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Oh, so going back for last week's episode, once again we have some loose ends that we got to clear up here. I know that there's that few times where my robotic recording came out and, it didn't sound the greatest. I know, especially during the story that I was trying to say, it came out pretty awful. So I'm sorry about that. Nothing I could do. I had everything set up. Everything is closed on my computer. So I don't know what that's going on. I don't know why that's happening.
I know why. I know
crappy Wi-Fi.
No. It's not the Wi-Fi. He's connected to the Ethernet. It's Zan. We talked about this first episode. We just have bad laptops, you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe if you guys fund us, our listeners, if you fund us, we can get better laptops.
Listen up.
Yeah, send us an email with a nice fat check, and we'll use that for.
Take some nuzzle off us. Take the evil eye off us, and send us your money.
Yeah, send us your money.
I don't think that's how it works, but
please and thanks.
No, it's good. It's good.
But then going on with that. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Go ahead, Zen.
I was going to say, going on with that, though, I know that this week we're having a little bit of also technical difficulties with Gossam's mic. I know that he's in a remote location. He's not in his normal recording booth. He's in a remote site representing us.
But hey, think about it this way. I was smart enough to bring my laptop and bring my microphone and bring the headphones. At least I knew ahead of time, oh yeah, there's a schedule. I need to get this done. And that's why I brought it. Otherwise, I knew I wasn't going to come home in time.
It's called dedication.
Dedication, exactly. So I brought it.
You guys need to know about it. Dedication.
Teaching these young kids what to do.
Yeah.
No, you guys don't know dedication. I'm like in my towel right now, drenched in sweat doing this right now.
Why are you in your towel?
So, explain to us.
All right. Well, I just was training for MMA, and I just came back sweating, and it was 8:30 when we had to record, so I didn't have time to shower or anything, and I was in the middle of my bathroom thingamajig, and I was just like, all right, let me just put my towel on and just go downstairs. So here I am.
There's so many things in that story that are so weird. You're MMA fighting, you were in the bathroom, and then you came out. I don't even know.
This Vineyard Barnes?
Totally not weird.
Vineyard Barnes.
It's just Vineyard Barnes.
I don't know what I was trying to say. But does Vineyard Vines know that you're doing MMA? Can they sponsor you?
I mean, if they want to sponsor me, I'll get free clothes from them. That's totally fine with me.
They can sponsor his shorts that he'll wear. It has the nice logo of the whale right on his thigh.
It's gonna be salmon.
It's gonna be a salmon short.
That'd actually be such a funny character for MMA.
Unlike you guys, I'm trying to be in shape, so don't get at me.
Oh my god!
Damn, shades been
I
thrown.
said it.
Maybe it's because we have
Maybe
jobs.
we don't need it.
Maybe I have a job too, Amina.
That's true. You do. I have no excuse then.
Well, maybe it's because you need the gym and we don't.
Maybe you're just not in shape, Gossam, so you should not talk.
Oh, this is getting too tense. Too tense.
This is getting tense.
We don't need to make personal shots here, okay? No shots need to be fired personally.
Yeah.
I do want to say, though, when it comes to dedication, here I am. So right before this episode, we play around with the audio, just trying to make sure everything sounds right. And here I am in a room with no AC, no fan, completely closed off.
Zan,
it is burning hot in here. I am going to be sweating.
Well, same for me, too.
Sweating right now.
Oh, yeah, Gotham's got no AC, and neither does Amina.
So we're all sweating.
We're all in brutal environments right now.
What's that mean?
I thought you said
Except for Summer. Summer might be laying down right now.
Yeah, guys, I'm actually in my bed with the AC is on, and I'm quite comfy.
Eating her saltine crackers.
Nope, I'm not eating saltines. Not in my room.
Oh yeah,
God
exactly.
forbid. Okay, so this episode we wanted to talk about Bollywood, and we were going to talk about something else. We wanted to talk about vacations that we've taken in Pakistan, whatever. Pakistan. But we were watching a Bollywood movie the other day together. We watched Hum Saath Saath Hai. And
Classic.
classic.
Serious classic.
And can someone give a quick summary of what that movie was about?
So
I think
basically, for people who don't know what Hamsatsate means, it means we are together. Um,
Straightforward.
yeah, pretty much. We are together. And it's about a family who basically they're really very close and they have a lot of good times together. Towards the end of the movie, you do see some hardships come on them, and it's like kind of just showing that hey, you stick together and you'll stay together type situation. And they come out all right at the end.
Okay, good.
Basically, corny film, but it was a good film, nevertheless, because we've been watching it since I don't know how long, since 1999 or whatever.
Seriously, we have.
So we were watching that though, and we were like talking about the fact that Bollywood has changed so much since that movie. And how, like, I was thinking the other day, I was with Summer, and I'm like, I don't watch Bollywood anymore. Not really.
Yeah.
No,
I've completely stopped watching Bollywood altogether almost at this point.
I
It's not the
only
same.
watch. Yeah, you're right. Because I only watch it when it's like the big timers doing a movie, but even their movies are not the same anymore.
Like, Summer and I watched Rice, and
Race. I don't know how you say
Rice, Raees, Rice.
it. Race.
It's a name. But we watched it and it was good. There's no doubt about it. But it wasn't that same like masala dar Bollywood that I'm used to, like spicy and cliched.
Yeah, and wholesome.
No.
No, it wasn't.
Well,
I mean, it
it
wasn't
wasn't wholesome in the sense that there was a lot of fighting.
Right.
But, it just. I don't know. It doesn't. Bollywood movies just don't give that same vibe anymore. They don't give you that vibe where you feel happy at the end. Um, they don't give you
Well,
the vibe.
well,
Go ahead.
I think that the reason why that's the case is because I mean, if you look at it, numbers wise, uh, for example, the highest grossing films in Bollywood were of all time were Dangal, PK, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, Doom 3 Sultan. I mean, these are all recent movies, and honestly, people from India want to watch the Hollywood aspect of it. I think people from India are kind of tired of the wholesome aspect of it, maybe. I don't know. And I feel like people from America want the wholesome, auntie, you know, hum saath saath type film. But
What
it's not like that.
No, what I think is you're right. Like, I think here we kind of get that, not so wholesome esque movie in our Hollywood movies. So then we turn to Bollywood and we're like, we want people dancing in the mountains and singing in saris, and that's what we want to see. And then when we don't see it, we're like, what? I did not sign up for an American movie with Hindi.
Exactly.
I just
It's
think
it,
I think it just plays off of like yeah, like just going back to what Qasim said, like it kind of plays off of like where we grew up. Obviously us growing up in America, we kind of wanted to get that feeling of how the wholesome feeling, that good old family fun type feeling of what they experience in India and Pakistan. So it's like we kind of want to see that because obviously all of our families are in Pakistan. So it's like when it comes to a movie like Hum Saath Saath Hai, we would love to have that type of experience, but unfortunately we can't because of logistic wise. So it's like it's
and
kind of cool, yeah.
and we were like we can't watch too many Hollywood movies with our parents because if anybody, I'm sure a lot of people have the same situation. But growing up, God forbid there was even a kissing scene. I mean, we couldn't even watch
Like,
Disney movies.
Ban karo.
yeah,
Right.
close
I
it.
know it'd be like close it, or like
I,
turn your head,
I know.
cover your face.
I actually remember watching like The Little Mermaid. It's like a distinct memory. The Little Mermaid, and I'm watching it. I don't know how old I am, like 8. I don't remember. Maybe 14. Who knows? And then, my mom walks in, and it's right at the part where they kiss, and it's a Disney movie. And my mom was like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "Oh, The Little Mermaid." And it's just
It's just that awkward pause. You're just like, what am I doing?
Exactly. And you want to look away and you want to change the channel, but back then you couldn't change it as quick. So and
There
it
was
was
not that
VCR.
recall button.
Exactly. It's not the last button, and it was in a VCR, and you had to like forward and all this stuff. And it just in Bollywood was an excuse for everybody to watch a movie together.
Yeah, I know. And as much as the old movies might be corny to watch now, they had some type of like, I don't know, like it's for me. It's more like my heart was in those movies. Even like for Hollywood, I've seen all the Disney movies when I was younger, but for some reason the Bollywood movies were meant so much more to me, and I have a special place in my heart for them. So these Hollywood-esque movies like PK or whatever, yeah, they may be amazing. Amir Khan might be a really good actor and all, but at the end of the day, it's not Hum Saath Saath Hain, it's not Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, it's not Kuch Kuch Hota, it's not those movies.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not like anything like that. And it's sad. I mean, the songs are good, the effects are good. They've gotten
I
better
don't
in
think the
that
songs are
sense.
that good, honestly.
Well, like
Bollywood,
Maybe I'm just being.
you're
Bollywood has
right.
just turned too mainstream. They're just trying to copy what Hollywood does, honestly, and it's just not working for them. It's not a cool scene to
well,
do.
it is working for them.
It is working
They're
for them.
making a lot of money about it. But
They're
Exactly.
making way more money than what they did before.
well, yeah. Well, that's the truth. So maybe we are just nostalgic old people, not old, but you know what I mean, that we just are stuck in our ways and we want our Bollywood how we grew up watching it. Maybe that's the case. Maybe people will say, "Hey, you guys just aren't with the times and these are fun to watch and it makes more sense for our generation." Which is true. We might be watching it because so, whoa, I just like coughed on my words. But we might be watching these movies and we're thinking, "Wow, this is too modern. This is too like, why would I want to watch this?" And younger people might be like, "Hey, this is what we want. This is the material we want to see." So that's also it.
But I also
don't know.
think that like the newer movies don't teach anybody a lesson. I mean, for example, the Bajrangi Bhaijaan, that did teach people a lesson about like caring for one another and stuff. By Salman Khan, great film. But most of these new films, these action type films, they don't really teach a lesson, and these kids aren't learning what we learned. I guess I don't know, and maybe I'm
But
just being, a bitter Betty, but I don't know. Like,
a
But do you
bitter
think
Betty.
that? But do we think that we're analyzing classic Bollywood with rose tinted glasses? Like, do you think that we're just like we're making it out to be something that's so much better than it really is? I don't know.
no,
Like,
I mean I've looked on YouTube and stuff, and like if you look at the old songs and stuff and you look at their comments, they're like, I miss what this used to be, the singing in the bahars and all that stuff. They miss that, and a lot of people miss that. It's not just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know one of my standout memories actually is when we used to watch like Goila. It's this movie with Shah Rukh Khan, who's the big actor we talked about in the first
As Maz said, the goat of Bollywood.
the goat of Bollywood. And this is like his earlier films, young mulleted Shah Rukh Khan, and he basically was like as a child was fed coals, like burning coals. That's why it's called Goila, because Goila means coals. And he lost his voice, and then he falls in love. Wait, am I explaining this right?
no.
Basically,
It
no, you
sounds
are saying it.
ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous, but it really is that.
And he works for the person and like loves the person who did that to him like a father. It's very
But he doesn't know that person did that to him.
Because he was a little kid when it happened, right? So basically, like, yeah, he was a little kid when it happened. He was fed a hot burning coal, so his throat got messed up, and then he lost his voice. So, but then because he was a worker, he was like a servant of some sort. He worked for the family that he continued to work for the family that he got the damage from, I guess. Because I guess he's just because he was just poor, he had nothing else to really go to. He's like, he figured he just might as well stay with them, and he grows up with them. I guess it was Madhuri Dick. How do you say her last name? I always say
Madhuri Dixit.
Dick. Is it Dick?
Shit. It's a
Is it
terrible
Dick
last name. It's actually Dick Shit. Not trying to be terrible. It's really what it's unfortunate, really, truly.
Some people say Dick Sit.
I always said Dixit because I don't want to say that.
Even if it's Dick Sit, it's still Dick Sit instead of Dick Shit. It's both terrible.
I mean, you're right.
Awful name.
So how did
nice first name though? Nice first name, Madhuri. Actually, that's not that great either. I don't know.
I'm gonna name my dog.
What?
She's gonna name his dog Madhuri.
Imagine.
Terrible.
Anyway,
but so how was she introduced to in the movie?
Wasn't she a prostitute?
No,
Was
she
she?
was not.
Oh,
She was
Thinking
this
of
girl. She was this girl like from the village or whatever, and this guy sees her, and this old man that did that horrible thing to Shah Rukh Khan sees her. He wants to get married to her. She's told by everybody that she's going to get married to Shah Rukh Khan because the old man was too insecure to show her his real face. And then, like, when she got married to him, she found out what actually went down, who she got married to. So she's, like, pissed off. And, like, Shah Rukh Khan and her then fall in love and they run away. And, like, he comes back from, like, death, like, 10 times. And
Well, we gotta explain that scene though. That scene that was pretty hilarious. So when he runs away from after this was like midway through the movie. Mind you, this movie is like every Bollywood movie is like 4.5 hours long, basically.
It's like Lord of the Rings. Each movie.
Seriously.
actually, every older Bollywood movie, the new ones are, 2
Hour and a half.
2 hours max.
Yeah, but like the old movies always used to be a good 3.5 hour journey, and
Journey.
Literally a journey.
but it was funny because it's like I guess it was midway through the movie where he runs away after Madhuri finds out that she's marrying this creepy old guy instead of Shah Rukh Khan, the cute, young, handsome-looking guy. They run away, and I guess he meets up with this doctor of some sort, or this like homeless, I don't know, witch doctor, or
if you remember, they are running away from the old creepy guy, and they're trying to kill him. Like the old creepy guy and his like crew of thugs are trying to kill Shah Rukh Khan and Madhuri, and so Shah Rukh Khan like gets shot like 50 million times and then falls off a cliff.
yeah, that's true.
And
that's
this like witch doctor finds him.
The witch doctor comes in, finds him, and also discovers that that he also that he can't speak at all. So he actually cures him of his speak. Now, someone explained to the audience what his reasoning was of his voice being gone.
That the coal was stuck in his throat all these years and was preventing his vocal cords from working.
And this guy performed
ridiculous.
surgery on his throat and took the cold. Like, that's all that needed to happen. First of all, that would never happen in real life, obviously.
It doesn't even make
because-
sense, to be honest.
But you know what? I accepted it. I accepted it as fact, and I said, I like it.
Fact.
I was like, this makes perfect sense in the context of this movie, and I like it. If it was too real, it would have taken me out of it. But no, the best.
Well, it was funny.
No,
Go on.
No, you go on. We're gonna be polite. You go on.
Well, what I thought was kind of funny was that, what Zan brought up that like, the movies are too long now. I mean, the movies back then were long, so I guess that was a con of old movies.
The movies were
that
so
it
long.
was so long.
The movies were so long. When they released it on theaters, they literally had intermission breaks so you can go outside and go to the bathroom and all that stuff. That's how long.
Yeah, and get food, and
Yeah.
they were long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
and
right.
I guess that's the con of it.
The con? What do you mean by con?
Like it wasn't a good thing.
Like pros and cons for
Oh,
the
pros
old
and
movie
cons.
review.
Not Khan like Shah Rukh Khan, Samra.
From the epic
Well, I mean,
rocket.
that's
I know you're all dreaming about Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, so.
I don't dream about him. I don't dream
I
about
think
nothing.
about one person. Can you guys guess?
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth. He's not
Amir?
Bollywood.
Oh, I was gonna say Sunil Shetty, but
Another-
shitty.
Another terrible name.
okay, guys, you have homework. Whoever's watching, I keep saying watching, reading, listening. Oh my god,
Reading.
listening to the reading the transcript of this podcast. Go look up Sunil Shetty, please, and tell me earnestly if you find him attractive, because people do. People look at that face and it's like, that's a face that I could love.
Amna, you're walking on eggshells here. A lot of people might actually find him attractive.
It's true, but I don't. That he looks like he was run over.
Oh damn!
Let's quickly
Run
go
over
down.
by a Mack truck.
Also, in my opinion, he's a terrible actor.
Oh, that's for sure. Like I don't care about saying that ugly or not. I don't like calling people ugly, so I don't really go that way. But he is a bad actor. Like I could act better than him.
Really, Samra?
Yeah, I can.
Don't make claims you can't back up.
I am making claims that I could definitely back up. Has anyone ever seen Mehuna?
Yash Chopra, please put
terrible?
Samra in a movie.
Yes, Chopra's dead, Maz.
Wait,
Wow. That's a huge L for me. Never mind.
Yes, Chopra,
one,
bless his soul.
two,
Bless
three.
his...
That's Sunil Shetty's most famous line.
1,
Two,
2, 3.
three.
Okay, so for people who don't understand, he's basically trying to blow up a bomb. In the
I don't think we
movie.
should say this out loud.
Oh man, we're gonna be flagged.
Oh well, say it anyway.
So he's
YOLO.
in the movie, it's a fake fictional character who's doing a bad thing that I condemn completely.
Good job.
And he's trying to set off a certain device, and he does. He at the count of 3, and he screams as he jumps away from the said explosion. And that's
Sad
like going-
explosion.
By
the
going
alleged
one,
explosion.
by going 1, 2, 3.
Three.
And it's funny because those pauses in between the numbers aren't intentional. That actually was part of the script. That was literally
That's
that
how it
slow.
That's how it
It
was
was
said.
in
But
real
going
time.
back
It
to
was that
Yash Chopra
slow.
real quick, bless his soul. I don't mean to just really rudely say that he's dead, but I bless his soul. Bless his soul.
Yes,
Rest
I
in peace.
apologize.
He made some classic movies back in the day. He was
Classic.
if you wanted to like really paint a picture of how classic or how like 90s Bollywood was, he was basically the Mount, like he was part. If there was a Mount Rushmore, he would easily be one of the heads, like easily.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely.
80s, 90s. I mean, the works. 7. I mean, he founded that company in the 70s. I mean, he did some movies like Kabhi Kabhi. Hello, that was amazing. He did Silsila. He did Chandni. I mean, these are classic 70s, 80s movies.
Did he do Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge?
Yeah, I don't know if he did Dilwale,
I think it was
actually.
his son who did that, right?
Well, I mean, it's still part of the Yash Chopra like industry, but yes, they did actually do Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. So
And fun fact to the listeners, that movie is still getting played in India to this day. And when did that movie come out?
1995.
1995.
Yeah, it is.
So, I
It
mean-
is easily the most popular movie that has ever released in Bollywood ever, easily. And it
Yeah, I think
stars
so.
it stars our favorite Shah Rukh Khan once again.
And
Yeah.
Unibrow Kajol.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Listen,
No,
I
that's
have a
What do you mean
unibrow
don't
too.
say that? She does have a unibrow.
Yeah, but that's her religious beliefs. Leave her alone. Leave
I
Kajol
don't-
alone.
Either way, she has
Leave
units.
Kajol alone.
Thanks, Miles. So, no, did we talk about the best part of Goyla? I'm going way back now. But the line.
Oh, the one line that we always quote to this day.
Not one line. We actually do like 3 lines or 4 lines from Goyla all the time.
Hamra dil mein crack par gaya.
Exactly, which means there's a
That's the
crack in my
line.
heart.
Wait, say that again. What does it mean?
There's a crack in my heart.
There's a crack in my heart.
There's a crack in my heart, but it's very like the way he says it is so dramatic. Okay, so
Super intense.
So
any listener who's watched what is it? Indiana
Amrish
Jones.
Puri. Amrish Puri, yep.
Okay, so in Indiana Jones, the dude that goes Kalima Shakti De. I forgot from what Indiana Jones though. I'm terrible.
I think it's Temple of Doom.
Indiana Jones, the 4th movie.
I believe it's
The
Temple of Doom.
4th?
Yeah, that was the
Not-
4th movie.
not
They,
the
they
4th
came out
movie.
with 6. They came out with 6.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Temple of Doom though. So whatever number that was.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? That's besides the point.
Yeah. So he was the one who what is his name again? His name was Amrish Puri, right?
Yes.
He was
Man, iconic.
another iconic Bollywood. Like he was a mainstay. I guess if you also had him on the Mount Rushmore of the best villains of Bollywood ever. I was legitimately scared of him as a kid. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was.
I still would be scared of him if I met him. I'd be like, you scared me. You scared
Zan,
me.
you are correct. It is Temple of Doom, and his character name was Mola Ram.
There you go.
What a name.
I
What
think
a piece.
what that was another line. What a piece.
He looks at the first of all, okay, I need to explain why that's creepy. Why he's saying these things. He's like in love with this old dude is in love with the young actress in the movie and like wants to marry her and like get with it. And he when he sees her for the first time, he like eyes her up and down and is like, what a piece. And it's very disturbing. And as a child, why did we watch that? Why did our parents let it? First, they got mad at Little Mermaid, but they let us watch that.
You know, it's funny though. It's my mom has claimed that is her all-time favorite movie, and mind you, what we just discussed of how disgusting the plot is at some points. My mom thought that it was the greatest movie ever, and she made me watch it as a little kid. So, so it was a movie. It's a classic though. It's anyone wants to look it up. It's Koyla. It starts with a K. Koyla. And it's on Netflix, maybe? No.
No, I think it's on YouTube, the full movie.
It's on
so
YouTube.
Y'all spend 4 hours of your life watching this movie, and you'll be a better human being for it.
You will.
I truly believe.
You will
I'm a
become a
better
new person. You will become a better person.
That it's true. Okay, I want to take a segue though, because speaking about Bollywood and how it's changed, do you know what I always hated growing up though? Is like the Bollywood Hollywood fusion movies. You know what I mean? Like
do you mean?
Bride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did not like that.
I don't know what about all my American friends that had seen that movie was like, I love it. It's so like cultural, and I'm like, I hate it.
Because they're like, oh my god, colors.
Nan, it's Nan.
It's Nan.
It's Nan.
Chicken tikka.
No, there's
Chicken tiki.
Chicken curry. Just curry.
Instead
no,
of
no. But those that movie for some reason. So like Bride and Prejudice is like the brown person take on Pride and Prejudice, and like I don't know. There's something about it. Can someone verbalize this for me? Because I don't understand why I just dislike it so much.
I've never seen the movie though. Who else has seen that movie?
I've seen it, but like it's just because it's so, I don't know, because I feel like whenever there's a fusion, they make Bollywood or the deities look kind of dumb.
Or like close-minded, or like
Yeah.
their practices are so blah blah. I don't know. like so old school. They need to learn how to be this or that. Like no American when it's like the fusion or no whatever European bends their ways. It's always the opposite. It's like we always have to like make sure that we fit in to that standard.
Yeah. No, that makes sense what you're saying right now.
Like in Bride and Prejudice, like her family has like a certain way of thinking, and like, is it wrong? I don't know. Like she just wants her daughters to be married into wealthy families because she's nervous that they're not going to be well off.
Yeah, but that's not the Desi thing. That's actually the Pride and Prejudice mother.
Right, exactly though. But they made it like I feel like I don't know. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
rant.
I just feel like why like they made it so intensely like I just felt like it was a comment on how Pakistan or Desis think, not Pakistanis, but like Desis think. Like, oh, we want to make sure our child like that because that movie was set in modern day, so they're saying that their culture still agrees with this, whereas Pride and Prejudice is set in like what the 1700s or 1800s. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it was old school though. Like it was like the medieval times, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, it's not medieval.
No, oh my God, no. It's not.
Am I getting confused with something else?
You are.
Jane Austen is not medieval, guys.
She's romantic era, I thought.
So what am I thinking?
She's a novelist. She's an author, whatever, from like the 18th century, like 1700s. Yes.
So I was right. So it is the medieval times, though.
No, what are you talking about?
18th and 19th. Medieval times is not the 18th century.
Then what is the medieval times?
My God.
Oh, okay, so then explain to me, what is the
Medieval times was like Viking era, right?
No.
Or am I wrong?
No.
You're wrong.
No.
All right, gotta discuss them.
Medieval times. Okay. We're going into
the medieval
history here. It's like the Middle Ages, which was like literally before. I want to say it was like
the Black Plague.
It was like between the 5th century to like the 15th century. It was like way before what you guys are thinking. It's like the start of it was around like almost 500 AD.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No, she's right.
No, yeah, it's around like.
The thing is, the fact that you guys don't know
I want
that,
to fact check her.
I will fact check this, and I'm telling you that I'm right.
No, Amina's right. Amina's right.
The early Middle Ages started in like 400 AD, between the 5th and 8th centuries. You guys are ridiculous. The fact that you thought it was the 1800s was the medieval times should be big.
No, not the 1800s. I was saying 1700s was the.
Yeah, that's not any better, Zay.
Yeah, no, that's no.
I said
not any
1600.
No, okay. So now that I think about it, when I say 1700s, that wouldn't make any sense because we were colonial.
That was 1776 was the independence of America. You're saying
right.
that medieval
You're
times
right.
were happening during America's independence. Oh
Like-
my gosh.
Oh, so the start.
Someone,
So I just
Someone-
looked it up. The start date was 476 AD.
That's what I said. I said
Okay,
around
yes,
500
that's what it
AD.
is. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
people.
I mean, she said the 5th century, so.
So then, okay.
I
So
know
then,
you got it right.
so wait. Then now I got another question. Then, so William Shakespeare. Well, what?
Renaissance.
That was Renaissance period. Wasn't that also medieval
1400s.
times?
Oh my God, no! That was the
Well, I mean-
1400s.
Well, yes. If you think about it, it was between the 5th and 15th century.
It was
so
the Renaissance was the end. Technically, wow, this is a history lesson, and we're going way off Bollywood. But this is the last thing I'm going to say about this. The medieval times was a dark period in arts and all of that. Okay, in culture. So it leads into the Renaissance, which was like the re-emergence of culture and art. So Shakespeare came around that time. So he's probably at the tail end to the beginning of the Renaissance era.
Okay. I
Yeah,
Got you.
I can
Professor
agree with
Amina.
that.
This has been a AP history lesson with Amina.
We need those
Listen.
every episode.
I admit my defeat.
Zan definitely needs to go back to high school history. What, middle school history. Like,
I just can't believe that we had this conversation because we were just talking about Bride and Prejudice, okay?
Because when I was thinking of Bride and Prejudice, I'm thinking about that Andre the Giant movie back in the day. It was like early 80s.
Are you talking about The Princess Bride?
Oh my god, I'm just...
completely different.
What are you talking about?
Oh
Talking about The
my!
Princess Bride.
Oh my lord.
No, wait. Are you talking about The Princess Bride? Andre the Giant was not in that movie.
Yes, he was.
Oh, I cannot with this conversation.
Wait, you said
What?
The Princess Diaries, right?
No, I did not say Princess
No,
Diaries.
the Princess Bride. The Princess Bride.
Not the
Oh.
Anne Hathaway one you're talking
Oh,
about.
I was like, wait. Andre the Giant was not in that movie. What are you talking about?
No.
We are so derailed right now.
Zan,
No,
you
he's
started
thinking of
about-
Anne Hathaway's Princess Diaries. That's what he's thinking.
No.
And we have gone from a classic Jane Austen of a Pride and Prejudice to, I guess some people would say The Princess Bride is classic, and some people would say Princess Diaries is, but it's not.
But it all came from the non-classic Bride and Prejudice because of my hatred for those fusion movies. Especially like, okay, you know what movie? I'm moving on from this ridiculous conversation because
Please do.
I can't deal with it.
I've already dug myself a hole too much. So.
People are gonna roast you so hard. I just want you to be ready for people to be like, what is wrong with you? But, okay, so, you know what movie every white friend I know likes is Bend It Like Beckham.
Oh god.
I
What?
am not into that movie, Bend It Like Beckham.
I have never seen it, to be honest.
They make Keira Knightley so beautiful. Yes, he gets with the brown girl, right? I get it. But why do they make her look so unattractive next to Keira Knightley the whole time? And she's
Again, it's all about like how they show like the Daisies as a bunch of junglies.
yeah, like we're like
You mean like crazy people? Jungly means crazy.
Yeah.
no, it's like and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, no, but don't you love it? Isn't it like accurate?" I'm like, "It's not accurate."
Are you trying to say
Huh.
we're all ugly?
Me?
We're all
No,
ugly
no,
and
no.
we're proud.
No,
I was
your
like,
friends.
I'm not
Like,
saying it. She's not ugly. I don't think she's ugly. I think they make her look ugly.
no. She's not ugly at all. But you're right. They don't make her look ugly. They just make her look so unattractive.
She's like a tomboy, but so is Keira Knightley. Yet Keira Knightley looks gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeosity.
Like, you know, everyone's like, yeah, but.
But something that's more current is that everyone that I know are like, "Oh, have you heard of Slumdog Millionaire? Isn't that like Bollywood?" It's no, it's not. No, it's not. It's nothing like Bollywood. That is purely a Hollywood movie that was made into looking like it was a Bollywood movie.
This is going into a conversation which maybe we can have our own another podcast about, but about kind of like whitewashing and representation, you know, in film and whatever. It's a hot topic these days.
Hot.
But that movie was directed by what's his name? Something Boyle, Danny Boyle, right? And like it's a white guy directing this movie. I'm not saying it's not a well done movie. It is obviously very well done. A very nice movie. It has some good Indian actors, like whatever. But that's not a Bollywood movie because it's not coming out of Bollywood. So I don't understand people just because it has brown people in it doesn't make it Bollywood. That's like what I hate is like when people are like, "Oh, look, it's a Bollywood number or a Bollywood this." I'm like, just because it has people who are brown does not make it Bollywood.
That is so true, and I know exactly what you mean.
Like that Full House episode where they did like a Bollywood dance number. Get out of here.
That was cringy to look at. I don't know whether it was just because of the way they did it, but I just thought it was so cringy. It was
Oh my
like,
god,
"Ugh.
culture!
Oh my god, so much culture and so many colors and whatnot." I don't know.
I like man.
I love Neon.
Chicken tiki.
Chicken tiki. Also, but like going back, like I can't just diss Hollywood. Bollywood copies a lot of Hollywood movies too.
A lot.
Absolutely.
There's that new movie coming out summer. What's it called? With Shah Rukh Khan and Anushka.
Oh, Jab Harry Met Sejal or something.
Sajal?
Yeah.
So,
Is it
like,
really?
Say it.
No, I was gonna say, is it? How do you really say that? It's not Sajal, obviously. It's like Sajal.
No, it's Sejal.
It is Sajal.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm saying her name wrong, but I'm saying it's Sejal.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
I'm
I've
sorry.
met Sejals. It's not like I've never met anybody named Sejal, not Sejal, but yeah, when Harry Met Sejal.
And what is that? What is that a copy of?
When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, that was same time, Jake. That
But then-
classic Meg Ryan film.
Yeah, and that's just one example. We can go on. That's another entire episode too of just how many movies have copied it. Now, granted, I understand when it comes to like a lot of things these days, everything is a copy of something else. You know, there is no real original ideas these days. Everything is a copy of everything. But like when it comes to, and this is what I was discussing with Amna before we recorded. It's like, I don't know. It feels like when Bollywood copies a Hollywood movie, it feels like they're literally just taking the plot, like this transcript of the actual movie. That, like, let's say, for example, Harry Meets Sally. It feels like they're going to take that script, interject like Bollywood actors and actresses, and being like, yeah, this is our original film. And it kind of is annoying because they make it out to be like, oh, look how, you know, it's so original and so cool, but it really is just a copy of something else, you know. And it's just, I don't know, it's I don't like that. I want them to actually be like, yeah, this is a remake, you know. At least just say it that, yeah, we got inspiration from the movie, instead of just blatantly saying that, oh no, this is our idea and we've thought of this since the beginning, you know.
Can I do a hot take?
Do it.
You know what I hate? When Indian movies steal Pakistani songs.
Give it a,
Oh, yeah.
what give an example.
Chittiyan Kalaiyan. That song that's like Chittiyan Kalaiyan ve.
No, but it's like these like Pathan or like from Pakistan, like these like folk singers that are singing this like gorgeous song, and they took kind of like the tune. Not the tune is completely taken, but like, yeah, I don't remember if the lyrics are the lyrics are definitely not completely taken, but definitely the tune.
Interesting.
Isn't
Nope,
Baby
there
Doll
are-
as well?
Yes, I think
Doll
baby.
and the Soneti, that one.
I don't know about Baby Doll, but definitely Chittiya Kalaya. If you like look it up on YouTube or something, you can find these folk singers.
Or like, wasn't Bhardo Jolie taken? It wasn't even asked permission. That's a
Bhardo
Qawwali.
Jolie, yep, that's a Qawwali from well, it's from the Sabri brothers.
And then
So-
they do it a lot though, more than you think, and then they just don't credit it. And then a lot of the times you don't know it's a Pakistani song, and then you find out, you're like, oh, that was Pakistani, and then you're like, I'm not saying that Pakistani people don't steal Indian songs, because they do. There's definitely, we steal some songs there and we make it our own as well.
Yeah, of course.
I think it could be a big more on the other side, because there's just more obviously movies and stuff that are being put out.
Wait, I'm taking a segue here again. Wow, I'm just Segue Sally today. But can I ask what your favorite Bollywood cliches are?
Oh, when they film in like Switzerland.
Anyone, just like what's a favorite Bollywood cliche?
Mine is always when they film in Switzerland. It seemed like every movie back in the day was filmed in Switzerland.
Summer?
Yeah, I don't know what my cliche is. I mean, I guess, you know what? I guess it's similar to Zan's in the sense that there was always a Switzerland scene. But like, what was terrible was the men would be wearing like full on like snow gear, and the women would be in these like little saris.
Oh my God, you're so right. Like they're in the like with that song, with Anil Kapoor and Kajol.
Yeah,
Chand
I'm forgetting.
Whatever.
Yeah.
From that movie. I don't even know what the movie is. Obviously it wasn't that great, you guys, but the song is really nice. And she's like in this like little black sari, and he's wearing a full snowsuit in the mountains is a cliche.
yeah.
Or some exotic
That's for
location.
sure.
If it's not in the mountain, it has to be somewhere completely out of the ordinary. Some place that just doesn't make any sense why they would be singing there. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
I like, you know what I like is when they're doing a dance, like some Bollywood numbers, they have their dances, and they do a dance in like a city, and people are like surrounding them while they dance because they're watching the filming.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
They-
That
I-
was always fun to watch.
It's funny because like you would see like they're and most of the time going back to the whole Switzerland thing, like let's say they would be dancing and singing, it would be clearly in like some Copenhagen looking town, and they would just be singing in the middle of it, and then you have all these like, you know, obviously these white folks just hanging around, just being like, what are these guys doing? And they're just clapping along, and you can see in the movie they have no idea what's going on, but they're just following along with the song and dance. And then what's even funnier too is that like they like halfway through the song they would like, you know, obviously with every Bollywood song there's always like some sort of ensemble of like dancers behind them, and like the dancers behind them would also be white and people that would be from that location as well, so they're just trying to assimilate with that, and it's so funny to just watch.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it.
It just
Well,
like,
you know, that's what makes me happy.
no, it really does. Like, there's something about like, again, like we're going back to that feeling, man. I just don't think you can get it from America. Maybe you can. Maybe I'm being too much. Like, there are definitely American movies that don't have certain feelings anymore, or like sitcoms. That's the best I can describe it. So like, you know, like the family sitcom.
Yes.
It doesn't exist anymore, right? Like you kind
Right.
of have it
That's a
coming
very good
back
example.
a bit. Like with Blackish, it's coming back. I love that show. But like Full House or Boy Meets World or stuff that you could sit around the family and watch.
Yes. It's not like that anymore.
And so, well, we're getting really sad. But Bollywood's the same way. Like there's that movie that came out with Two States, right? Two States. What's the name? And it's
Two
just like
States?
Yes.
it's just like bad, gross sexual content for a lot of that movie. And I'm like, what is this? I cannot watch this. Why is this on TV? I feel like such an old person about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I was always a Bollywood person. I loved Bollywood.
I think all of us, you were the Bollywood encyclopedia in the family.
Right, and I completely thought I was going to be in Bollywood, and like I'm obviously not going to be in it. And
I have a question though. Sorry,
yeah.
Continue with your Bollywood talk because you just go.
Well, no, what I was saying was that I just, you know, now I don't even really want to be in it.
Yeah, it's just not the same. But I wanted to ask. Oh great. Oh no. Oh, I was gonna ask. We were talking about cliches. So Zan was telling me, he's like, I watched that new movie with Salman, like the Prem Ratan Dhan Pao movie, and that movie is like kind of like a throwback to that old Bollywood. Like it's by the same director of that movie that we said in the beginning, Hum Saath Saath Hai, We Are United, or We Are Together, and
Or United, I guess.
yeah. And Zan was, that's like if you look at the subtitles when you watch it on Netflix, it's like, We Are United. So that's how I like to think of it. But Zan was like, I couldn't watch it. It was too cliche. And then I was like, Zan, but that's Bollywood. So are you saying that you don't want to watch the cliches anymore?
See, I don't know. Maybe it goes back to like our counterpoint where it's maybe I am looking at it through a rose tinted glass. You know, maybe I should be more accepting that maybe they are going back to that type of style. I don't know. Maybe I've just changed too. I've gotten older. I've been exposed to a lot more different movies and, you know, stories and such. So maybe that's also playing to the reason why I didn't think it was that great of a movie. I don't know. It was just something about that movie when I was watching it where, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a great movie and I think it did really well in the box office. But it
did really well.
Yeah, so it's like it did really well, but like I don't know, there's just something about it where it just didn't feel the same. It just felt like it was.
I agree.
It felt like
It
it was
was a good
forced.
movie. Even though it was made by the same makers of our favorite Hamsatsa, it just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't feel the
It
same.
didn't feel the same.
I feel like this whole podcast is us complaining about how things don't feel the same.
So I guess we're just all old people here, right? We're just
Like,
Oh,
it's not
back
the
in the
same
good
back
old
in my
days.
day.
Back in my day, it was a great movie, you know?
Xana.
Yeah.
It's like this shift where it went from, I don't even want to say it went from wholesome to action. It's not like we keep using the word wholesome. It's not even that it was wholesome. It was just that like it had a
Say
certain
wholesome
like
one more time.
yeah, no, right. It had a certain style back in the day, and it was like a certain way of how they approached making the movie.
It was very dramatic.
It was
and
very
that's how they
dramatic.
did it.
It was very dramatic. Very like it built like it was like a ladder of some sort where it built on top of what it was in the past. You know, like it was just like it was what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like I don't know. Like it was just like it was a way that they filmed it, right? But then after a while, they went to this whole like Hollywood looking style where they just wanted to make everything flashy and full with CGI and filled with glitz and glamour, and let's add a Adobe effect over there, and let's put some let's put some explosions back there, and it's just like it just was too much. You're just like you're trying too hard. That's what I feel like. I feel like Bollywood these days is trying too hard to be something that it shouldn't be. When back in the day, it was just very simple, to the point, you know?
No, I agree. I definitely see where you're coming from, because like it's like that measure where you're like, maybe I am the only one who does this, but where I'm like, can I show this to a white person and would they enjoy it? So with old Bollywood, I'm like, I don't think they would enjoy this, because it's just way too like, it's way too desi, where they just would be like, this is so like, it's just completely over their heads. And with new movies, I'm like, they would like it because it's like a Hollywood film, just with brown people.
Exactly.
Is that a weird test for me to do? To be like, if my white friends like it, then it's not good enough for me.
It's not good enough for me.
I feel bad, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it's like, and it's like, obviously.
So
this
all
podcast,
my friends like Three Idiots. All my friends love Three Idiots. And
Three Idiots was really good, I have to say. I mean, even though that's not
I think we can universally say
that's
that.
a newer film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually a really good movie.
To that one listener who was a big Amir Khan fan, there you go. Here we are. We're back to Amir Khan and his.
But it's funny because when talking about Three Idiots, like that was also a wholesome type feeling of the movie. You know, it was very. It felt like it was an old school Bollywood, but it was modernized. You know, it was something that was more current, but still had that flavor of like the whole just dramatic type, slow prodding. But like we got to like really sink our teeth into the movie.
You're right. I feel like that is what. If we want to modernize Bollywood, that's like a good framework for modernizing it without losing its roots. You know
Exactly.
what I'm trying to say? Whereas like certain movies now, I just feel like I don't know what I'm watching here. You know?
And I think one of the actors that does, I mean, I say actor like one person, but I mean I'm sure a lot of people in the Bollywood industry can say the same thing. I say Amir Khan and his change in style that he did back in a few years ago when he suddenly became this very selective with his movies. Ever since then, I feel like every movie he's done has been kind of in that same thing.
I don't know what else to say. I just feel like we've just reiterated the fact that that feeling is not there, and like, yeah.
I don't know if this podcast helped with our whole Bollywood talk, because I think what you said was best. That I felt like we just talked nothing about. We just kind of crapped all over Bollywood, and we're just like, oh yeah, back in the day was better.
Yeah, basically that was the entire podcast.
And that was basically us being old cranky people.
And I'm just gonna say, I was just recently told, I think just yesterday actually, as we're doing dance practice for this upcoming wedding, that I don't have fire in my dancing anymore.
No, you don't.
I don't. And that's because of this new Bollywood.
Yeah, we figured that out, you guys, because I think in the last podcast we said Summer lost her dedication. But I said, when I dance with Summer, me and Summer, we like to come together sometimes and just put on music and dance with each other. It's not that weird, okay? Like,
Mm-mm.
No, it's not. So, but when we dance, we put on like 90s or 2000s Bollywood on, and all of a sudden, it's like a sparkle just like arises in Summer's eyes, and it's like her old self is back. And I think we just came to the conclusion like it's just she misses that. You miss it. The nostalgia hits.
It hits hard.
Oh yeah, it hits real hard. But either way, I also want to give a shout out to one of our listeners who said that we're not fobs.
I guess
We are.
is this fob enough for you? Is this
damn.
fob?
Are we gonna go
thanks
ahead
for
to-
listening.
Yeah, thanks so
You know-
much for again with our listeners. Like, we just dropped our podcast. For us, we're recording on a Monday, so we just dropped our podcast last night, and the amount of people who've just listened in a night and a day, it's just astounding. Like, I can't believe people are listening to this. Like, for real, what are we talking about?
But the listeners out there, thank you. And like honestly though,
Hashtag blessed, like.
yeah, thanks. And even the ones who don't agree with us and have things to say like we're not fobs, like I have said recently to somebody, hot doggy, we'll all get through this together.
Hot doggy. No, so I do want to say follow us at Fob and Friends on Insta and Twitter. Follow us on Facebook at Fob and Friends. Facebook, /Fob and Friends. And
Before we sign out, I have really awesome news right now.
What?
We are officially on iTunes.
Oh,
We're on iTunes.
my God.
Heyo. Yeah, no, I got the email today that we have officially been approved, and the first 2 episodes are on iTunes.
That is amazing.
Wow.
I'm proud.
Look at me, Mom. I'm famous.
So because of that, follow us on iTunes. Feel free to search us up on the podcast app, iTunes Store, wherever you can find your podcasts on iTunes. Just type in Fob and Friends, whatever. It should be in there.
Show up. Oh my God, that is
should
so
be in there.
exciting. That just made my whole night.
It should. I held it in just for this moment, just because I figured, it would be nice to kind of get your reactions live.
What if you just open the email right now and we were like,
No, I got it this morning, and I held it in. I was like, I wanted to tell you guys so badly.
Oh my God, this is good news.
I wanted to
This
I
is
held it in, and it was really hard for me to hold it in, but I did. And I was like, might
I'm
as well
glad
just
you
say
did
it.
because it made for good podcast.
Yeah. So
Thanks, God.
So iTunes, Podbean. I guess sooner or later we'll get on YouTube and wherever other sources we might get in, even SoundCloud. Who knows? But whatever. And yeah, didn't someone buy it? Someone funded it. Some big time artist funded it or something.
Well, that's a different topic.
That's a different topic. We're getting too. It's already past an hour of this time. We gotta end it.
Okay, so we're going to sign out, guys. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.
Peace out.